Coming up, what a potential Pac-12 media deal would look like for Texas State, future membership options, and explaining how Pac-12 Enterprises can be a lot more valuable than people think for the Pac-12.
With 2 seconds, he's got to put it up, and he wins it! He wins it!
Down the middle, James, the lateral!
The Beavers are the national champion!
Washington State is going to the Rose Bowl.
He's got it! Cinderella wins the national championship!
PacChatNetwork presented by Rate Game. Watch, rate, repeat. Glad to have them as an official sponsor of the PacChatNetwork. Make sure to go check them out using the link in the description below to download the app. And thank you again to Rate Game for sponsoring the network. Texas State President Kelly Damphouse set the Pac-12 world on fire with a tweet last week saying, quote, "On my way back to the DCA, I stopped for a great lunch near the White House. People sometimes think that I'd be happy with half a bowl of soup. After all, a cup of soup is better than no bowl of soup. But for me, it's a bowl of soup or nothing, back to God's country." Now, it is unofficial on whether or not he was mentioning the Pac-12 here or not, but it does raise the question, what would a full share of revenue look like for Texas State with potential media deal numbers? Would they take half a share? Would they take 2/3 of a share? Let's look at all those options right now. Now, the Sun Belt media deal pays Texas State an annual number of $2 million a year. The Pac-12 media deal number is estimated between $9 million to $14 million based on recent reports. So let's break it all down, the floor, the realistic option, and the ceiling of what each of those options would look like and the numbers for Texas State. Taking a look at the worst case scenario for Texas State, which would be $9 million a year per the Pac-12 media deal, that would put them at $9 million for a full share, $4.5 million for a half share, and $6 million for a 2/3 share. $6 million would triple what they make with the Sun Belt, and a half share would more than double what they make with the current Sun Belt media deal. As for best case scenario, which would be around $14 million AAV per year, that would put Texas State at $7 million if they took a half share, which would more than triple the amount with the Sun Belt, and a 2/3 share would equal $9.3 million a payout per year, which would more than quadruple their payout with the current Sun Belt media deal. Now, looking at the most realistic scenario, which would be $12 million a year per payout, half a share would equal $6 million, which triples what the Sun Belt makes. And also a 2/3 share would equal $8 million, which would quadruple what the Sun Belt makes for Texas State. Now, when you compare that to the current Mountain West deal set to expire in 2026, which we all know the Mountain West tried to invite Texas State declined, $3.5 million for Texas State, assuming that the number doesn't go up with the losses of Boise State and company. No matter what happens, Texas State wins, because no matter what conference they join, keep in mind, although they did decline the Mountain West, as I mentioned already, they still win no matter what, because it almost triples their media share with the Pac-12. And so if you're Texas State, you have to prove to the Pac-12 why you deserve a full share. Now, personally, I say go ahead and give them a full share. But I do trust Mrs. Gold and the Pac-12, so I'll play a little devil's advocate here and try to convince Pac-12 fans why they deserve a full share in the conference media deal if they join. Texas State invests $40 million a year into their athletics, and on a media deal of only $2 million a year, that's really good. And Mr. Damphouse has made it clear that Texas State will be competitive with other Texas schools, no matter if it's the Longhorns or the Aggies or the Baylor Bears. In fact, Texas State baseball has beaten all three of those teams this season in baseball. So they invest a lot of money into their athletics. They're not cheapskates. They're also going to achieve an R1 institution status by 2027. They have 41K students enrolled as of right now, and they're next to Austin and San Antonio, and they market over 200,000 alumni. And so let me be very clear on this, and I've said this before. Pac-12 needs to bounce on Texas State, because if they don't, come 2030, when realignment happens, I guarantee you Texas State will join the Big 12 if we don't swoop them up right now. They are the highest potential team out there. I know Pac-12 fans are kind of pissed off because they didn't get Memphis or Tulane or any of the American schools. But listen, they have already hit their peak. We know that. We know Memphis. We know Tulane. We know how good they are. We know how bad they are. Whatever. Texas State has just begun their journey, and I do truly believe that they will be a Power 5 team come the next round of realignment. Moving on now, let's talk about Pac-12 Enterprises. Not a lot of people know about Pac-12 Enterprises or what it means for the Pac-12, and I don't think they understand how much value Pac-12 Enterprises holds for the conference itself. Pac-12 Enterprises is located in San Raymond, California. It opened due to the Pac-12 Network launching. It helped with the Pac-12 Network. It still produces around 2,000 events per year. It produces events such as football games and whatnot for the CW, ESPN, and FS1. And they estimate around $500 million in revenue as per Google search. And they also produced football games for other teams, and they even produced NBA games as well. And again, it was established in 2011 before the Pac-12 Network took off. Their notable productions last year were 2024 Arizona Bowl, the ACC football and basketball games, presumably on the CW, and NBA preseason games for Golden State as well. Now, Pac-12 Enterprises Senior Vice President Michael Malarniar, I don't know if I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. He said, quote, I can say that we've had a lot of visitors here and a tremendous amount of interest. Now, that was on potential revenue opportunities for Pac-12 Enterprises with Canzano and Winner and Wildner on YouTube. Sorry, I'm kind of fumbling through my words right now. And they also have said that their goal isn't just to produce games, but their goal is to produce revenue for the Pac-12 and their teams in the Pac-12. Now, let me say this. I don't think, in all honesty, that the Pac-12 network will come back, but if it did come back, I presumably would think that they'd sell it to ESPN and have them kind of be like an ACC, ESPN, SEC, ESPN type of deal. So Pac-12 Enterprises holds a lot of value, and it holds a lot of opportunity for the Pac-12 because it gives Pac-12 teams a chance at more outside revenue. And again, they've produced SEC games, they've produced ACC games, they've been producing games for other conferences and other leagues as well. I mean, they've even been producing NBA games, like I've said, too. So the value that it holds is tremendous for the conference, and those who don't know about it, that is what Pac-12 Enterprises is. That's how much value it holds. And let me just say this, the Pac-12 is going to make a lot of money with Pac-12 Enterprises. I want to quickly talk about the media deal speculation as well. So a few notes that I've taken as of late is San Diego State Athletic Director J.D. Wicker did indicate that a deal was going to be done by the end of March. Obviously, it is April 8th, so, no media deal got done. Whatever caused a delay, I'm not sure. Commissioner Teresa Gold has stated that a deal will involve multiple media partners, potential partners, the CW, ESPN, Fox, also TNT Sports. We'll get into that more later. And then let's compare current media deals for other conferences compared to what the Pac-12 might make. So the Big 12 currently makes $32 million a year from their media deal. The American Athletic Conference with Memphis, Tulane, etc. makes $7 million a year, and the Mountain West again makes $3.5 million a year. So no matter what, the Pac-12 is going to be a better conference than any Group of 5 conference, or should I say Group of 4 conference. So again, very, very good media deal for me personally. I'd be happy with getting around $14 million. And then potential partners, right? TNT Sports has been looking to get into the college football world. In fact, TNT CEO Louis Silberwasser said, quote, "We were just getting started. I think that signals our interest in having college be a much more prominent part of our portfolio." And that was him on the network expanding into college athletics. Other potential partners, the CW, Max, and ESPN. And also of note, TNT is set to lose the NBA rights after the current season. So they're going to be looking for a spot to fill that void. And I think this is a match made in heaven with the Pac-12 and TNT, right? TNT is looking to get into college athletics. Pac-12 is looking for a media partner that's willing to invest. TNT is willing to invest. So that's perfect, right? Also, they did indicate that a streaming service would be a big part of the media deal as well, and that's where Max comes into play. So that's just a little bit about the media partners for the Pac-12. Again, TNT Sports is a match made in heaven for the Pac-12, and I don't think many people realize that. Time for a little Pac-12 trivia. Here's the question. What years did Oregon State baseball win their 3 national titles? Think about it, and I'll reveal it at the end of the show. Pac-12 expansion updates. The American schools Memphis and Tulane are unlikely. Sacramento State, also big news, has been informed of that they're going to move from the FCS to the FBS, although they did not announce a conference that they would join per se, and they are now set to join as an independent, although it is all indicated that they will be joining the Mountain West. And Sacramento State we'll get into on a later episode, but let me just say, the money that they have raised for the SAC to the PAC, their campaign, the money that they've raised is really good. You know, they have a lot of money. They have a lot of resources at their disposal. Their sports teams are just not good. And so that's why I think wait a few years on Sacramento State, see what they do in football, see what they do in basketball, see what they do in baseball. You know, baseball is going to be a big part of the next Pac-12, right? Obviously, the Mountain West, Boise State doesn't have baseball. Utah State doesn't have baseball, I don't believe. There's only about 3 Mountain West schools that have baseball that are joining. Texas State would have baseball, and then Oregon State and Wazoo have baseball too. The Pac-12 was a baseball conference during the OG Pac-12, and so baseball is going to be a serious issue for the Pac-12, especially since Oregon State is a powerhouse in baseball, right? They went independent this season. Wazoo joined the Mountain West. Also, some news. St. Mary's, in all likelihood, is not going to leave the WCC. And again, this is just a guess. I don't have any source. St. Mary's is likely going to stay in the WCC if invited by the Mountain West. Because, let's admit it, the Mountain West is not a desirable basketball conference. In all likelihood, I don't think St. Mary's would join the Mountain West, especially since Gonzaga is joining the Pac-12. I think they would wait for a Pac-12 invite rather than move to the Mountain West. But, you know, we'll see. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's your updates for Pac-12 expansion. And to end the show, the years that Oregon State won their baseball titles was 2006, 2007, and 2018. thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. I know, it's kind of a minimalistic approach, no editing, no face reveal, whatever. Let me just say that I do appreciate all the support that I've gotten and the community that we've built together for Pac-12 on X is outstanding, and I am so glad to be a part of the best conference on the face of the planet. Again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. And again, check out Rate Game Sports, the official sponsor of Pac-12 Network here on YouTube.